This one is nothing phone one, guys, as you know. So I'm gonna test Diablo Immortal game on this phone. So I'm gonna play this game on nothing phone one. Many of you wrote me on the YouTube comment section non-stop about this game. I will show you this game. So let's start. I do not play often this game, you know, like it's not my type, but I will show you what's going on here. First, let's talk about the graphic available. Okay, maybe I will make it a little more brightness. Okay, in the graphic, 60 FPS is locked right now. So there is no 60 FPS. It is locked on 30 FPS, and resolution you can go medium or high. Ultra is locked. Even ultra is locked even in my S22 Exynos also. So image like sharpening, you can do that, and there is a lot of visual effects you can go with it. You know, quality section, you can go like very high, medium, low. You can go. The most important is that this game is locked in 30 FPS, so there is no 60 FPS. Some of you asked me about like we can play this game on 60 FPS. Of course, this 60 FPS is available in other devices. In my S22 Exynos it also is available. So I check a lot of videos in YouTube, and I kind of figure out how to force this device to 60 FPS. Right now, what like 30 FPS is like possible to play this game because it's not a first-person kind of game. So you can play this game in 30 FPS. It will be like playable. If this device can run Genshin Impact, then of course this game can run this Diablo, right? So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna force this game to 60 FPS, and we're gonna play in highest settings. Okay, so this will be like a short tutorial also how to force Diablo Immortal 30 FPS to 60 FPS, or we can say we just unlocking this device. There is a few steps, you know, like first close the game, all right? So then go to Zarchiver. There is a config.zip file you can find in the link below. You just need to download it and use the Zarchiver and just extract it, you know. I have already done this. As you can see, I have like config files ready to work. You can find the link in below. So now then you go to device memory, Android, data, then find com.blizzard Diablo Immortal. It's a Diablo Immortal game folder, right? So go inside it, then you will find the files, go inside, and then local data. You can see this config, long press it and just delete it. So this is a very simple method. So then go to download folder. Here is a downloaded config file, long press it, then go inside the device memory, Android, data, and find the Diablo folder and files, go inside local data and paste inside. That's it. It's a very easy and simple method. It's better than the forcing 90 FPS in PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile forcing 90 FPS is a little tricky, but this one is very straightforward. You just need to copy, replace this config, which are locked config file inside the folder. So you just need to replace that config file with a new unlock config file. Yes, that's it. One step is clear. Let's go inside the game and I will show you. So let's go to setting inside. Okay, in graphic, as you can see, 60 FPS is unlocked. So it's just a one simple step. Yeah, you just need to replace that config file. So one step done. 60 FPS is available. We cannot, if I do high, it will change to, oh okay, we can play in high resolution also. It's nice. So let's do like, we'll set to everything very highest. Okay, so we'll play in this very everything in maximum level. In ultra, device doesn't support this feature. So image sharpening, let's do image sharpening. So high, frame rate 60, and the maximum everything in the highest setting. I will connect this into WeTest PerfDog app. We'll record the live FPS. You'll see the live FPS and you'll find out how's going on with the gaming situation. All right, if this can give a continuous 60 FPS or not. So let me connect it. So it's now connected. So 60 FPS. Let's start few minutes of gaming. So I have already connected, continuous online. So let's do some gaming. Thumb of the queen. Talk to so head to the queen thumb. So as you can see, like the FPS is fluctuating, but remember that I am playing in the most highest setting, like, to be honest, you don't have to play in the highest setting this game. If this device can run this game in highest setting in this situation, then of course you can have a good experience, right? So I do not recommend to play in the very highest setting. You can play in the medium, everything. But the display of this phone is really, really awesome. To be honest, I really like playing on this phone. I mean, it's running perfectly normal. As you can see, the device temperature is not so extreme. As we know, I am playing this in the very highest setting, right? She's going to die. Die, please. I'm gonna finish her. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. So far, if you have this phone, you will be happy with this game, It is perfectly fine. 12 minutes of playing game. The temperature is really, really normal. So nothing at all. Of course, the FPS was not continuous 60, but you really do not need continuous 60 FPS for this kind of gaming. As I told you all earlier, everything is perfect running for this price of device, for this kind of chipset. This kind of number is perfectly fine. So let's go to the result, alright? So 12, almost like, let's say 30 minutes of play game. The average FPS is 49.6. WeTest PerfDog analysis tool rate this game as 5.9 as its smoothness. As you can see, like in the graphic, you can see like ups and downs. The fluctuation of FPS I think is quite abnormal, because when I was playing this game on S22, the fluctuation was the similar kind. I think these games are like prepared not to have a like continuous 60 FPS, or maybe that's the situation, or maybe it's not, right? For this kind of game, I played like very highest settings. The average FPS of 49.6 is really awesome. The device temperature was not very high. So the CPU usage, if I compare with the other games comparison, is very low. The CPU temperature reached up to 53.3. As I told you earlier, even playing on very highest settings, this number is really, really good. And battery temperature reached up to 38.6 degrees Celsius, and GPU temperature reached up to 53.1 degrees Celsius. There is nothing to talk about GPU. About the battery also, it didn't reach even 4 watt also. It's kind of good also. Overall, this game was balanced for this device. It's not a flagship kind of chipset, but this is a mid-range chipset, but it's performed really well. As you can see, the battery consumption, it didn't consume so much. It run at the lowest watt. At the end, this game is really well, like it's not like very smooth or like continuous 60 FPS, but maybe if I play this game on lowest settings, it might be continuous 60 FPS, but it's still enjoyable in this device, even if you play in the very highest settings. So everything is normal. You're gonna enjoy this game on this device. I hope you like this video. If you have any requests for upcoming video, you can share it in the comment section. Of course, I'm gonna make it. So Immortal Diablo on Nothing Phone 1 is balanced. Officially 60 FPS is not available. You can do little bit tuning and you can run 60 FPS without any problem, and it's the device will not heat up so much also. It's very balanced. You will love it. Thanks for watching. That's it for today. See you all soon.